Meet Andre. Reigning champion and new head of the Johnstones family. He found his way to the top of the food chain, but now there's a pretty penny sitting on his head.
Then there's Chewy, the right hand man and last year's champion, pulling all the strings behind the scenes. Everything runs through him.
Here we have Caswell, the first ever Johnstones champion. Always had a good head for the game, but don't that cocky fucker know it?
Meet Big Fudge. Got himself a golden ticket back into League A and a backstage pass to Willy Wonka's chocolate factory.
This is Jordan, but we call him Golden Balls, on the account of the fact that his balls are made of literal fucking gold.
Then we have Scudlu, the mathematician, playing the game all by numbers, and he thinks he's done the maths. But is it all going to add up? He seems to think so.
Here's Pain Train, making that music for you all to hear. Let's just hope he's a bit better at fantasy football.
Here's Sai. We call him the Eye. Got his fingers in every pie, especially them green ones.
Next, there's Arthur. Smile of an angel and a set of chords to match. You might always have music on the brain, but that clearly won't stop him.
Meet the Bartons. Football in the brains and football in the veins. But this year he's bringing in the family. Only goes to show who's really wearing the trousers.
Then we have Simple Jack. Never quite knows how he got there. He might be scared of his own farts and guaranteed to clear a room. At least now he's a big fish in a small pond.
This is Pamin. Sounds like ramen, so we call him Noodle. Had a bit of a sloppy season last year. Glad he cleaned his act up down in League B.
Here's Callum. Muy caliente. Too hot to trot, throwing shapes on the dance floor. Let's just hope he can keep up that heat.
This next one's a right slice of cake, Mackie. Recently hopped the pond over to Sweden. Still shaking those hips, getting flopped by all the birds.
Nice.
Then there's Ollie. King of the silver screen. The cameras are rolling and the stage is set. Let's hope he can keep it all in focus.
Here's Jared. If cigarettes and alcohol was a person, he would tame that Impala.
Meet Willett, our Milky Bar kid. McSauce by name and McNugget by nature. He's never been to prison, but the bars are on him.
This is Rich, the money baller. Knows his history. Always got his finger on the pulse and his dick in the other hand.
And then last and quite probably least, we have Sugar Sean. Brand new to the world of fantasy football. We're pretty sure he only signed up because he wanted to be a fucking wizard.
Hello, welcome to the fourth season of the Papa John's Pint Cup.
Yeah, that's right. We're back, and today it's all about the first round draw of everyone's favourite fantasy football cup.
Papa John's Pint Cup.
This year, we'll see all 20 teams across both of the Ross Barclays Premier Leagues fight it out for the ultimate prize in fantasy football.
Papa John's Pint Cup.
Last season,
Papa John's Pint Cup.
went to Andre and his Lasso-sided crew, making Andre the third ever
Papa John's Pint Cup.
champion.
Now, before we get to the draw for round one,
Papa John's Pint Cup.
we are sad to announce that we did lose another 3 managers to the fantasy football graveyard.
Chris H of the Donny JT's Boys, Chris Al of the Robinators, and Sabir of the Panicking Skywalkers sadly will not be returning to join us this season.
And with 3 managers not returning this year, it gives me great pleasure to welcome 3 new contenders who will be joining Callum in League B. Bridget, Richard and Sean. Best of luck to you all.
Now that we all know who is who, it's time to bring in a special guest.
guest.
So let's all know the rules.
It's the classic Pain Trophy Pint Challenge. Every manager across both leagues will neck a pint as fast as they can. The fastest will go against the slowest until each are paired up.
So now it's time for the Paint Trophy Pint Challenge. Without further ado, let's welcome all of the managers onto the Papa Johnstone's Paint Trophy Cup video wall, and let's start necking some pints.
Oh, he's done it! Yeah,
Paint Trophy Cup. Johnstones.
Thank you all for playing.
Papa Johnstone Paint Trophy Cup!
It's well and truly back. Here are all the matchups for the first round on game week 10.
In match 1, we see Muy Caliente's progress automatically after McSauce don't enter the challenge.
It's a battle between new managers in match 2 versus the Bart Ladies.
Match 3 sees a rematch of one of last year's quarterfinals. This year, Brewdoggin will be looking for revenge on the Scud Rats.
Match 4 will see League B's Noodlers take on the top of League A's Pain Trains.
Match 5 is between two League A veterans in Jordan's Golden Bulls and Artie's Weirdos.
Match 6 sees last year's champion Andre take on one of the usual favourites, Bartland.
Match 7 is another battle between the leagues. Top of League B versus the 2020 champion. It's Ole Ole versus United.
Match 8 sees the first ever Johnstone's champion, the Caswell men of League A, go up against recently relegated Jack the Rippers.
Our Johnstone's technical guru in the shape of Mackie and his Swedish Mandems will take on Simon and the mighty Psyducks in match 9.
And the final match of the first round will be between struggling manager Jared up against our brand new manager Sugar Sean and the Lawn Pawn.
So that's all the matches for the first round of the
Papa Johnstone Paint Trophy Cup!
Round 1 is coming up this Halloween in game week 10. Put out your best teams and I'll see you winners in the next round.
Paint Trophy Cup.